Philip, what are the major developments from this afternoon?
Well, there have been a couple of interesting developments this afternoon, Julia. The first one is that the delegates gathering here from around the world, the 20 British nations, have agreed to the installation or introduction of a flat tax of 15% for major businesses which earn over $890 million a year in revenue. Now, this means that it's going to be very difficult for those businesses to set up in tax havens. This is a way of preventing them from paying less taxes. So there'll be this flat tax for all of those businesses who earn over that amount of money, 15%, because this is something that has taken away tax earnings from countries around the world and therefore undermine the ability of several countries to produce wealth for their citizens and to have a better system of welfare in general. So the agreement was made back in July by finance ministers of the G20. It has been backed now by the world leaders gathering here, so it should be introduced from about the year 2023. 35 countries are still charging less than 15% tax. Those are the ones that are being pinpointed in this measure in a bid to bring them up so that some of the giants like Google and Amazon can't go there and pay less taxes when they should be paying more, and basically taking money away out of the countries where they should be paying a full rate of tax. So that's one of the developments today. The second one is that there has been a meeting this afternoon between Britain, France, Germany and the United States to discuss the situation in Iran and Iran's bid to try to obtain nuclear weapons, or what those countries fear is Iran's bid to obtain nuclear weapons, and to bring them back to the table for negotiations. There has been progress there. There's been a message, a united message from those four countries, basically to show Iran that they are united in their approach following Donald Trump's withdrawal from the Iranian nuclear deal. This time round, the United States is back there at the negotiations, and it's showing that it is with those other countries in asking Iran to come back to the negotiating table. Iran has said it would do after quitting that table back in June following the election of Ibrahim Raisi, the Iranian president. So there has been some progress there and a united approach towards asking Iran to come back to the negotiating table. Those are two of the major developments that we've been hearing about this afternoon here in Rome.
And of course, we're expecting President Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Boris Johnson to meet tomorrow as well to discuss this increasing dispute over post-Brexit fishing rights. What do we know about that?
Well, there was a pretty frosty look on those two leaders' faces today when they were standing there for the picture of all the leaders taken at the conference centre where they were standing almost next to each other. There were rumours those discussions between Boris Johnson and Emmanuel Macron were going to take place today, but now they've been pushed forward to tomorrow morning. Basically, France has accused Britain of risking losing its credibility if it carries on with its stance against British fishermen in France, and also letting French fishermen go into British waters. So the British are saying that France is overreacting in all of this, and it's just applying the Brexit agreement that it signed up to. That is not what France thinks, and relations have nosedived between those two countries over the past week or so. And I think there will be an effort on both sides to try to clear the atmosphere tomorrow, but this is not going to be easy because Britain needs to prove that it's standing up against the European Union, and France, which is just coming up to a general election next year, needs to prove that it's going to back its fishermen. So those discussions between Boris Johnson and Emmanuel Macron will be taking place tomorrow here in Rome, probably around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, we think.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for that, Philip Tell. Philip Tell there reporting to us from Rome.